among adult women, that is, 15 to 49, it's over a quarter. So 27% of women have experienced either physical violence or sexual violence or both from an intimate partner at least once in their lives. But I think particularly concerning is that young women, adolescent girls, 15 to 19-year-olds, a quarter of them have also experienced this violence, in their very young lives. And 16% have experienced this in the past year, that is very recently. And no country is, even close to a 0%. It's across the globe. All countries have to urgently act on this issue. But there are certain risk factors that we found in our study. And so we found that countries, lower and lower middle income countries, have a higher prevalence of partner violence against adolescent girls and against women. And some of these countries were Papua New Guinea, where it was, close to 50%, so 49%, almost 1 in 2 women, Democratic Republic of Congo, and some of the Pacific Islands like Fiji and Kiribati. Also, we found that countries that had a higher prevalence of child marriage, that is, girls getting married before the age of 18, also had a higher prevalence of intimate partner violence. On the other hand, countries that had more equal laws for inheritance and property rights, countries that had a larger proportion of girls in secondary and higher education, had lower prevalences of intimate partner violence. So I think this gives us some idea of what are the contextual factors that can either increase the risk of girls and women or actually help to stop this violence from happening in the first place. There has been a lot of evidence on the health and socioeconomic impacts of this violence, which impacts not only the individual girl or the individual woman, but wider society as well. So we know in the short run, for example, partner violence against adolescent girls, results in injuries, in unwanted pregnancies, in sexually transmitted infections, but also affects their mental health, depression, anxiety, etc. And these impacts are not only in the short term, but they impact in the long term also, because this will affect future relationships, this will affect their future education and employment opportunities. And this also has social costs, for society, and economic costs for society, because, there are response services, there are the health services, etc., that are all impacted by violence against women.